All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakai Kodash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learn from daily. Peace and salutations to you, hopefully, like Akim, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, Refuge Akwaf, you sincere sisters who listen and tune in as well. And just wanted to quickly, do a quick hit on Isaiah 4:1, which is biblical prophecy. For you Akwaf, you women who may be straddling the fence when it comes to, the Bible and the scriptures and what they say. Because you'll have, I even seen a woman, Eve talking about Isaiah 4:1 is talking about women taking hold of men in their family, some nonsense like that. But nah, man, that's not what it's talking about. Okay, Isaiah 4:1 is talking about a complete number of women. 7 goes into completion. A complete number of women taking hold of any elect men of the nation of Yasharali. All right, that's what it's referring to. And you women who have a problem with this, it's not going to go well with you, in these last days, because this is, Isaiah 4:1 is biblical prophecy. Let's read this. Isaiah 4:1 describes a time of severe judgment, which we're in, Jacob's trouble, in which so many men in Israel will die in battle. World War III, which you had Esau, beginning with the elites, bringing up the draft, the draft bill. All right, so a lot of Israelite men are going to, die in this World War III. And there's going to be few men left. That's 7 women. A complete number of women will aggressively compete to marry a single man. All right, elect men of Yahweh Shema Shai. Women gonna have to compete, man. All right, it's not gonna be you, choosing, what the man look like, whether he got hair or whether he got a beard or whether you know what I'm saying, and whether his teeth is straight or whether his eyes look a certain way. No, man, it's gonna be because he's the Lord is dealing with him, all right, and it's going to be very tribulous times. We'll grab this, Matthew 24:21, and it reads, "For then shall be great tribulation," right? Tribulation, that's where you get the word turbulence from, and when you ever been on an aircraft or an airplane, and you've been on a plane where you might be flying through a storm, which we're coming into a storm, known as Jacob's trouble. In this flesh, you can become fearful. I remember I must have been about 11 or 12, when I was on a plane headed to, I forgot where we were going to, maybe some amusement park, but we were on the plane, going to that city, and there was like a mini storm in the sky, and the plane dropped. It dropped quick and fast, and I remember being afraid. I remember my heart beating real fast, man. All right, so we're coming into a time of great tribulation. All right, and you women, you're going to seek comfort. You're going to seek a stable man. All right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So the men that have this wisdom and knowledge are going to be stable, and that's what you women are going to be seeking. Such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Right? So this is going to be like any other time that we've ever experienced in human history. It's going to be a time of great trouble, great evil. Just like you had that Edomite, that so-called white man that ran up on them Jakes, the so-called black people, with that AR-15 and started busting. You know, what did the women do? They was screaming, they was running, oh my, screaming, oh my God, and you know what I'm saying, just screaming at the top of their lungs. Okay, and that's nothing, man. That's Edomite, busting an AR-15 at a crowd of Jakes is nothing compared to what's getting ready, to transpire in these last days, man. All right, and you have, that, and that shows you that when there's some sort of conflict or trouble, that you women, you're gonna revert back to your feminine, your woman-like nature, man. Jeremiah 35, and it reads, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling." All right, the voice of trembling is His word. There's truth going out. Okay, you women, all you Israelites, but we speaking about the women. You women should be trembling. Okay, at these, at the word, at the scriptures coming up, of fear and not of peace. All right, there isn't going to be any peace. America's not going to bounce back. You just had Trump come out and say there's going to be a global recession or depression. All right, so what the elites, they're telling you what's getting ready to transpire or getting ready to happen out here on these streets, man. All right, it's getting ready to be all-out chaos and all-out war. All right, and you women, you gonna seek, for protection. All right, you're gonna seek for guidance, man. Because when there's chaos and there's anarchy and war in the streets, okay, you women ain't gonna know what to do. You ain't gonna know your left from your right. All right, it's gonna be marauders out here. It's gonna be you're gonna have these rogue troops, who've gone rogue, from the government, and they're gonna be on their own agenda. All right, and they're gonna be ruthless, man. Jeremiah 30:6, and it reads, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Can a real man, all right, not no transgender, can a real man have a can a real man have a child? No, man. All right, a real man, he has nut sack. Okay, he can't, he doesn't have the same anatomy of a woman. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?" Okay, why is the scripture saying that? Because these so-called tough guys out here, who you women chase after, these thugs, these so-called hard dudes, they're gonna be spooked, man. All right, they're gonna be hiding in corners as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned paleness. Okay, when your face, when you turn pale, that means you're scared. That means you super scared. Jeremiah 30:7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Okay, there's gonna be any other time like Jacob's trouble. Okay, which we're in. We're in Jacob's trouble. All right, Esau has pretty much declared war on you, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. This is why he's moving in the fashion that he's moving in. All right, like I said, that Edomite who put on he put on that bulletproof, suiting, and grabbed that. Him and his wife, matter of fact. Okay, so his woman is on board as well. Okay, to go to war against you, Jakes. All right, his woman was in the vehicle with him when he was dumping that AR-15, man. Okay, he pretty much emptied the clip. But he shall be saved out of it. All right, the elect of Yahweh Shemar Shah is going to be saved out of it. All right, knows the men that you women are going to be competing for. All right, there's going to be a competition. Even for you women who are currently with men of the Lord. You better tighten up and get right, man, because you're gonna be in competition with women who gonna be coming with it, because they're gonna be seeking their salvation, man. Second Ezra 16, and we'll start at 18, and this is in the G and T, and it reads, "Troubles will come Okay, Jacob's trouble. You know, troubles will come. Troubles are on the way, man. Great, great trouble, man. All right. Slack, you bear with me for a second. Great troubles, man, and many people will groan. Famine will come. Oh, that's another thing that's coming as well, man. That great famine, which everyone is talking about. You know, stock up on this, stock up on that. You know, which ain't nothing wrong in doing that, but that ain't gonna help, man. The Lord is gonna have to be with you, and many will die. All right. So a lot of these men out here, that you women, you love and hold dear to, they're gonna die, man. Okay, wars will come. World War III, and the world powers will tremble. Okay, and that's what you see, man. All these economic advisors, they're trembling. They're afraid. They're making videos. It's the worst economy I've ever seen. Disasters will come, and everyone will be terrified. All right. And that's why you see, people acting out. People are terrified. People are afraid, and they don't know. They don't know, what to do. They don't know how to deal with it. All right. What will people do when these disasters come? Question mark. Okay. What you women gonna do, man? Are you gonna let prophecy play its part? Are you gonna let Isaiah 4:1 run its course? Or are you gonna let nature run its course? All right, because there's 100 women to one man. All right, so what? That meaning what? Yahweh Shema Shai, he designed men to have more than one woman. All right, that's a man's nature. That's the way the Lord created the man. Okay, he didn't design you women that way. He created the men to desire, more than one woman, man. All right. This is Isaiah 4:1, and it reads, "And in that day, okay, and what day? Okay, the times that we're in, man. These days, man. Jacob's trouble, man. 7 women, a complete number of women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name." Okay, and what does it mean to be called by a man's name? The act of sexual relations, man. That's the true. That's how you truly get married according to the scriptures. Not walking down the aisle and writing on a piece of paper, and saying that the state controls and runs your marriage. No, it's the acts of sex, man. Okay, with the virgin, mind you. That's the true definition of a marriage in the eyes of the Lord, man. All right. But you women, yeah, you gonna seek, the men of the Lord, and you gonna get down with the get down. All right, it ain't gonna be no arguing or fighting or disputing when all hell breaks loose. Okay, and if you is in that spirit, you're gonna get rejected, man, and ultimately what? Destroyed. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right, and that's gonna be on this side. It's not gonna just be in the kingdom. It's gonna start here. Okay, while we're here in America, man. All right, or the different parts of the world where the men of the Lord are. It's going to happen whether you women like it or not. Okay, pulling it off here. Acts 9:5, and it reads, and he said, "Who art thou?" Okay, Yahweh Shai was speaking to Paul. Lord, and the Lord said, "I am Yahweh Shai." Okay, his name was not Jesus. There was no letter J. Okay, back at this time. All right, his name was Yahweh Shai, which means he is the deliverer. I am Yahweh Shai, whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Okay, meaning what? Paul was kicking against prophecy ultimately. All right, he was kicking against the will of the Lord, man. And that's what you women are doing when you reject Isaiah 4:1. You're kicking against the pricks. All right, Isaiah 4:1 is gonna happen whether you like it or not. So, if you believe in this truth and this word, you might as well just get on board now. Okay, get in line now, man, before all hell breaks loose. But with that, we'll close the lesson out, Lord willing. It was edifying. Till the next time, Shalom.